It's the 1960s. Carter Sparks is in town with his Strang brothers, happily building homes. Eichler has left. Randy Parks is building homes. Joseph R. Cowden, because Eichler has left, is building homes. What do? Well, you call Carter Sparks and have him design for you that. Welcome, everybody. My name is Alister. Once again, your host of The Modern Modernist. This is a very, very one-off Carter Sparks and, like I said, very original home. Absolutely brilliant. Currently for sale. We're gonna go through this. I know the last video I said I'm gonna try and make these shorter. I don't know if that's gonna happen after seeing this one, but we'll see. So where do we start? First off, you're gonna hear beeping in the background. Unfortunately, there's a carbon monoxide sensor that I can't seem to shut up. So we're gonna have to deal with that. But other than that, let's get rolling, shall we? So, the owners of this home, first time on the market, like I said, they like mid-mod, but they like original mid-mod, something different, bit of a twist. So they called Mr. Carter Sparks and said, what can you do for us? And this is what he came up with. It took them 20 years to build it. It's still going. There's a lot you can do here. So we'll go over just that, the positives. A couple of things that I don't like. I wouldn't call them negatives to the house, but there's things I don't like. And there's so much you can do with this house if you owned it. Oh my Lord, this is not done, this house, at all. And so, yeah, let's start with this patio that I'm standing on. The previous owners, they traveled. And so there's a lot of stonework or brickwork like cast into this. I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of tough with the sun, but oh, that actually works. There we go, see? So this patio here is represents their trip to Egypt. And when I come over here on this patio, there's some more brickwork. This is a lot more shaded. Let's see what we can get. And here we go. So this one's gonna be a little more difficult to see, but this is their trip to Alaska. And there's actually quite a few different themes throughout the house that are sort of nature driven. So we'll get into it, we'll see them. First off, so what's with the roof? Well, the roof is supported by these columns. See these? Right there, okay? And the way they are, what they hang off is a central column. Looks like a chimney right up atop there. All right, you can see that? Yep. So that's built, central spine, and then these columns, or these legs, were craned in, and that supports, and then the roof was hung off of that. So all the interior, exterior walls in this home are freestanding. They do not support any weight. The whole weight of the home is carried by those legs. Very, very neat. Very, very interesting. So let's go into the front door first, because the front door itself is, that's a conversation piece all by itself. It's a bit of a walk around. Here we go. All right, I'm not gonna try and talk too quickly, but we are gonna try and make this a shorter video if we can. Windows on the side of the front door. See this? So let's do this first. This is where I'm going in today. See these? So these are, I'm not sure what the material is, but they are translucent, and they're kind of poured in a place almost like how glass was traditionally made. Glass traditionally, windows, was a flat mold, heated up the glass, poured in, molten, and then it cured. And then you would end up with these irregularities in the glass and bubbles and things like that you see on older homes. So like you Victorians and older, so I'm going back 100 plus years. This has a similar kind of effect. Almost looks like Jurassic Park, amber. You find all the insects, but very cool, very neat. What is really cool, this front door, okay, I don't know if this texture is gonna pick up on this. This, it's copper, front and back. There it is. Sort of a copper clad door. Very, very cool. It's a heavy door, but on hinges it swings really easy. And then you can actually see where the copper has not oxidized yet. And it butts up into the joint of the door. Very, very cool. What I do find interesting, this is a Carter Sparks home. And they look like brass hinges. He always used aluminum, as we know, as we've discussed. So that's kind of interesting to see. Now, another neat feature in this house, and it's all over, is you get this sort of translucent glass up there. And there's various different shapes cast into it. And in the bedrooms, it's all different. So in this room, it's got little squares in it. And then I've just noticed this. I keep finding stuff in this house. Where the beams connect, there's stained glass. There's a lot of stained glass in this house. It's very cool. That I've just noticed now. Right now we're standing in the kitchen. So I did mention there's some things in the house I don't like. Kitchen is one. It's the shape, where it is, location in the house, perfect. It's the wrong kitchen. I would go Eichler-esque on this, Strang Brothers. I would go, look, this is all marble, very 90s. I'd take that all out. I'd go Formica. I'd take it back home to the way it should be. Color-wise, I would actually go with a very dark cabinet. I'll explain why. It's going to tie into the floor on the balcony above us, and I'll explain that, why I would do that. And countertops, copper, as it ages, goes kind of almost like a Tiffany blue, a turquoise color. I would go Formica in a Tiffany blue to tie into the little bit of patina that is on the front door. I like tying kitchen cabinets or an island to the color of the front door. That's just me. The copper it's oxidized in the sense if it's gone dark. It hasn't, copper as it reacts to moisture actually goes like a Tiffany, like a turquoise blue. But that's just a design taste that I would do for this kitchen. I would take it back to mid-mod, full-on mid-mod. Find a cabinet maker and go crazy. And then we come out of here. Let's go over here. The kitchen's behind us, front door's behind us. There is the sunken living room of sunken living rooms. Fireplace, that is wood burning, it's not gas, so that's kind of cool. And then this would be, you can actually have, it's living room, dining room up here. Do you see that? Because there's your kitchen in that corner. So it's kind of neat. I would have like, yeah, dining area, living room. It's kind of neat, very communal. But that's mid-mod, that's how it was. It was open floor plans. That's straight out of Bauhaus. And so we're gonna come across here. As you can see, look at this. I mean, mid-mod. There's just glass for days. Look at that. All these doors, they're all sliders. Absolutely superb. And then out there's this stone work representing Egypt and Alaska for trips, I'm assuming, in the past. But look at this. So we're gonna go upstairs. Yes, there's an upstairs. And again, this is a spiral staircase we're going up, by the way. See that? That's lighted, a little lit. Stained glass, very cool. I'm gonna be careful on this. This is a spiral staircase. It is very cool, but I'm gonna show something on this that I don't like. And of course, what is a mid-mod without a globe light? So you come up this staircase onto an amazing parquet floor, but then you step down. So there's a runner right there. I would just take an angle grinder and grind that one off because a couple of times I've almost bit the desk going down the staircase. It's weird. It's like a step up and then you step down to a staircase. That's not a good thing. And again, so see these beams? And there's that central column spine that was built first. So it is kind of a textured material. This, and then all the beams, they all hang off of it. See, and stained glass too, where it all joins. Very cool. There was, and you can't, it's, you know, there was a leak. It has been fixed. There is no more leak. There is, however, unfortunately, some damage to the parquet floor. That's an easy repair. But that ties into why would I choose a dark color on the kitchen cabinets? Parquet floors are amazing. Don't rip them out. People do. They are awesome. That is repairable. What I would then do is when you stain the floor, go with a very dark, like a chocolate brown, almost to the point of a black, and tie that in to the color of the cabinets. And like I said, Tiffany blue, Formica, I think that's awesome. That's me, my design choices, preferences, that's what I like. Now, up here is this kind of cantilevers out, and then is hung with these supports, this kind of balcony we're on, straight off of these columns. So it just kind of hangs in free air, but supported obviously, which is very, very cool. Now there is, we're gonna go back down and look at this, but on this railing, as you see, there's a tree, there's definitely a river, there's kind of like a sunburst, some mountains, one of the back side's a little dark. I'll show it from downstairs, but there's a mountains lightning bolt. I'm assuming that is the moon and the rain. And then we've got another, whoops, going too fast, and another tree. It's very cool up here. And there's actually an office space back here. We're kind of struggling to find the lights. Ah, there we go, boom. This is kind of an office space. I guess this was storage. I would turn this into an office. And it's just kind of, and you got some ancillaries that sort of run through the house, but very cool. I would box that in so you can't see it, but that's an office space, and up here, maybe private sitting room, library. Very cool. And like I said, this is that step I just, see that top rung there? I'd take an angle grinder and cut that one off, and then you just make it a step down. Just easy, a little safer. But it's very cool. And this parquet floor, look at that. Oh, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we're gonna come down. Gotta watch my steps here, sorry. All right, there we go. So let's go look at this railing real quick, shall we? And then we'll go through some bedrooms. All right. Okay. So you see I assume it's the seasons. There's a tree, like I said, the moon, there's mountains. But then again, they did travel to Alaska, is what I was told by the listing agent, Rick. So thank you, Rick, by the way, for the opportunity of doing this. I really appreciate it. And we'll put all of his information in below in the comments, as I always do. And then here we go. Awesome. It's very cool railing. It's very creative, very artistic. And that's one of this house I do like. It's a home. It's a piece of art. It really and truly is. So we're going down this very long hallway. So so there's my front door, right? Look at that. It's just amazing. See those windows? The way the light just comes through? It's a really creative idea. So we've got this really long hallway we're going to go down. And we're going to do that. So, and that beep you keep hearing is, well, I'm not sure. There was like I said, there's a CO2 sensor in here. It just keeps going off. There is no leak, but the batteries are dead in it. So it's like beep, beep. It's really frustrating. But anyway, this room I'm in now is the laundry room. This is the world's biggest laundry room I've ever been in. And as you can tell, it's huge. We'll close the door. And then behind me, not one, two water heaters. They're massive. This one, I mean, it looks like, a house like, I don't know, on the plains, right? Looks like those little tornado shelters you see people mount in their garages. But this is a massive, massive laundry room. I mean, if I was gonna buy this house, I'd almost split this room in half. I would definitely go with tankless water heaters, save some space, and make this a bathroom, or additional bathroom or toilet, half bath, laundry room, because we're gonna go outside for a little bit. I'd put a pool out here. And then the laundry room becomes my pool room, changing room. And I would obviously relocate that. But that's what I would do with this house there. Because we're on an acre lot, folks, which is absolutely huge. And wait till you see the garage area. So, gonna come out here. We're gonna go left. This is bathroom number 1. And the bathroom is very 70s. It's kind of like Zsa Zsa Gabor. I don't know how to feel about it. I like originality though, that's my issue. But yeah, it's brown. I like brown. I'm not gonna lie, that's a color scheme that's coming back. It's not this HGTV special, all white, black hardware. Oh, no. And then we're back to these windows again, with these little shapes in them. Like I said, this house is pure art. It really is. This is a phenomenal house. And then we're gonna go down here, another bedroom. So again, mid-mod, built-in closets. This house for a mid-mod doesn't have a lot of built-ins. It has some built-ins, but not tremendous. Again, see the windows? And then obviously this is the general theme of this whole house, of these supporting beams for the roof. You'll see those everywhere in this house. And again, so it's a 4-bedroom house. And again, see? Very cool. Alrighty. And then come through here. Now the primary. Now, I don't know the story of the windows in this. I would love to know. They mean something, but they're really cool. See that? Very neat. Love it. And again, now we've kind of gone, Eichler always did his ceilings not to the roof or his walls, right? So you had a gap. So the other side of that is a closet. And down there, more stained glass. Little laundry. I love it. The art in this house is amazing. You know, it's built as far as the art that's built in. And another bathroom. And so I'm gonna go here just to show. There's a built-in. I've never seen a built-in chest of drawers in a restroom before, or in a bathroom. Very cool. And then there's your toilet, and then behind the toilet is another built-in. Very mid-mod. These are cool. Towel racks. I like those. Very neat. Tile's very heavy in this house. Like it's not dainty. It's very 1970s. Like I said, this house was designed by Curtis Sparks in the 60s. And then it's taken the owners 20 years to build it. And so you can see the design choices and the hardware and things in different decades that the house was built over. It was not, architect design a mid-mod home, so let's use all the furnishings, all the decor, everything. Even though it took 20 years, let's just keep doing mid-mod. It reflects the taste over the decades, which to some people's good, some people's bad. And that, actually, as I say that out loud and I see another door, this explains why we don't have aluminum hinges, which is a Curtis Sparks. I mean, he'd go nuts if he saw this. We got to put doors in the house, and the contractor's like, okay, and just goes buys door hinges. And what do they sell at the store if you're not an architect and they just sell you door hinges? Brass. Curtis Sparks always used aluminum. But anyway, there you go. But that's what these houses, they tell stories, and that's what I like. I love a good story in a house. So we're going to go outside because this house sits on a 1-acre lot. And this is where we get to the point of me going, okay, this house is just, let me get there's a flyer here, get the exact price. It's not cheap. There's a massive elephant in the room I haven't talked about. So there we go. It is $1,100,000. Is worth every penny. We're in Carmichael on almost a 1-acre lot. I think it's 0.8 with the county, but that's a big lot, kids. And you can do a lot more on it. So how much would you sink into this house? Me? Oh, I would go unlimited funds if I could afford it, of course, and I'd have fun. Because another thing I would do before we go outside is, and I'll show you why. Right where I'm standing, okay, right in here, I dig a hole straight down with a spiral staircase, and I'll show you why. Follow me. So, come out the front door. These amazing steps, by the way. We're gonna go walk straight out so you can see the front of the house. That's where I just came out of. Could you imagine coming home to that every day? I know, I got some more houses. Oh, I really want this house. This house I really want. I say this about every next one I see. This is it. See that? That is not a porte cochere. That is a garage. Obviously, as we've discussed in the past, a porte cochere is a drive-through to another garage. This is just a garage, 2 holes, 2 empties. Now, there is no garage door. Height of this, this house was built in the 60s. It's a different era. This isn't gonna fit a Range Rover. This isn't gonna fit a G-Wagon. It's just gonna be your standard sedans and your standard SUVs. You're gonna struggle getting stuff in because of height. But I have a solution. We'll discuss it. Garage doors, see this beam? You could mount the garage door to the ceiling of this garage. But I would do, instead of it going up, you can get them garage doors where they go out like this, they slide out around sideways, kind of a right? And then they kind of articulate around down the side of the garage. That's what I would do. This is a really cool spot. I'm gonna walk through. Why would I dig a hole in the living room? See, we have another smoke detector out down here too. That's locked, unfortunately. But it's a storage room, it's a utility closet. I would dig the whole spiral staircase into that room. That door I would make glass. And the other side, that whole room, I would turn that into a world's largest humidor / wine storage. It would be awesome. And when you drive in, that's a glass door and that's the entrance to your house, right? You just go up, it's a pretty cool entrance in your garage. That's just me, unlimited budget, that's what I would do. Anyway, you walk through the garage, come up this driveway, and this is what makes this house, other than that office / library area, it kind of makes it age friendly because you come through and it's pebble, but you could turn this into a driveway. And you come up, and now you're into the living room. Get your groceries in, drive through, boom, not coming up any steps. Now, one more thing we're going to talk about this house, and it is mentioned in the listing, is adding solar to this house. This house, the backside, is another yard, so you're not going to see it. Because I hate seeing solar on a roof. I like solar, I don't like seeing it. Architecturally, it's ugly. And there's a ladder back here. Look at that roof. That is on the backside of the house. That is what we call solar friendly. I don't have to stare at solar panels. Love it. And there's that, see that central column? That's what the beams hang off of. It's very cool up here. Very, very cool. So let's go back down and see what we got. Now, we have a 1 acre lot. Gives you a lot of opportunity to do stuff. Now, as you know, I like garages because I like cars. And if you're spending $1 million on a house, then you're going to turn it into a lot more than $1 million home when you're done with it. Because there's so much you could do with this. So as we come down this driveway, look at this. This is 1/2 of your lot because you got a driveway on the other side of the garage, right? That to me is garden. Vegetables galore. But we're gonna go, I'm doing a lot of walking today, getting my steps in. So we're gonna go this way, come through the garage. Okay, there's the front door. Look at those steps. Oh. Now the driveway goes all the way out. It meanders. I've never had a driveway that meanders. Love it. So this is a huge lot right here. Okay, to the left of the driveway. All that space. That's an additional building that mirrors this one, only smaller. But it would be a garage with an ADU on top. That's just me. But that's what I would do. There's so much you can do to this house. I mean, I would restore it. I would take it back to mid-mod. And I would add on stuff. I don't think I've done a house on the channel where some have been complete restoration jobs. Some have been, this is what I would add. Some I would leave alone. This house has all three. And then you still kind of keep the history of the family that built it. Like I said, all the art that's built into the house, I would restore. I wouldn't remove any of it. It's a great story. I love the patio. Am I a fan of Egypt? Not really. I have no desire to go there. I have family there. My grandfather's from there. You wouldn't know by looking at me. But yeah, Alexandria. And no, I have no desire. But I just like the fact that it's there. I love, same thing with Alaska. I hate the cold. But I like the fact that the history that's all tied into the history of the house. So I really, really do like that. I'm actually out of breath from walking around. So this is a very, very cool house. I don't know what to say, but this is when Carter Sparks goes rogue. Boy, did he go rogue in a good way. I mean, this is what he's capable of. You see like 3,800 examples of his string homes. And then you see this. And you're like, what a monument. I mean, it is just phenomenal. So, but there we go. So, First off, Rick Hammill, thank you so much for letting me do this. It's his listing, folks. Please, if you want to come see this house, hit me up. I'll gladly show it to you. We'll write an offer. It is a fantastic house. There's so much to live in here. Yes, there's a lot to do, but you can live here and then do what the last owners did. Spend the next 20 years getting the work done. Well, maybe not 20 years, but I'd get it done pretty quickly so I could enjoy it. But it was a do. And then the current owners, thank you. I really appreciate you having letting me do this video. This is a really special house. It's a very, very cool place. You can tell the family loved and absolutely appreciated it. And you can tell the architect had fun doing it. Because I just look at his other homes. They're nothing like this. And this is a Carter Sparks. This is what happens when you just give Carter a pen, some paper, and his drawing desk and say, have at it. It's very creative. So anyway, folks, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I've loved it immensely. And it's been a lot of fun. Totally enjoyed it. Be good to each other, humans. You have a great day, okay? Now take care. Bye-bye.